Okay, so here we're waking up at the Kaibab National Forest where we camped the first night on our way to start the Utah Traverse. It was an easy day. I mean, we weren't in a hurry. So we took our time making breakfast, coffee, packing up. And then we drove to the Grand Canyon, walked around a little bit. It was pretty nice weather. It wasn't too hot. See me with our pit bull, Xena. Stopped, took some pictures. Grand Canyon never ceases to amaze. It always just seems like it's fake whenever I go there. It's like it's not even real. And here you can see the group we were with. How do I look next to this canyon?
You're kind of photobombing it.
I would love that.
I've seen Tess run down that way.
It's hard going down. Just get her away.
So here we found this nice pull-out and some shade. We decided to stop and have some lunch before we continued on our way to the next camp spot, which would be the start of the Utah Traverse in Canyon of the Ancients and southwest Colorado. We just made quick sandwiches, had a couple drinks, relaxed for a bit before we had to get back in the vehicles. And yeah, we met some cool people here. I didn't get them on film, but it was nice to stop and talk to some people. And here we're back on the road on our way heading out of the national park. And on the way to Canyon of the Ancients, we drove through Mexican Hat and Monument Valley, as you can see here. It was my first time through this area. It was very nice. Would have liked to have been able to spend some more time in the area, but we were just passing through. I mean, we could always go through later. And this is our camp in Canyon of the Ancients. It was very nice. We were up on a mesa overlooking a small valley. It was windy to begin with, but then as the sun was going down, it died down. And then we got this beautiful sunset before the wife started setting up for dinner. And here we are driving down from our camp in Canyon of the Ancients. Short little trail, nothing too difficult. You can see it was a short little drive, maybe 3 or 4 miles to where we camped, and we made our way back down before we got to the gate that we had to open to come in. There's Nick back there. As you can see, we're up on top of those hills. This is where we stopped at the gate. This trail right here is marked the official start of the Utah Traverse. It's a graded gravel road. I mean, we're taking it on into Blanding, Utah. As you can see, it's nothing crazy, just the gravel road. Didn't get any video of us in Blanding where we filled up. Here, this was a beautiful forest I've never been through before. It's over by close to where Bear's Ears is. It was really cool, temperature-wise, not too cold, and we found this clearing here. There's some cattle that and ranchers that use the area. There's a nice area under some trees that we had lunch. Stretch our legs in the getting out of the vehicle. Oh, tight right.
Do tight. Yeah.
Here I lent Way a hand since he had a air compressor that wasn't quite adequate to sufficiently air up in a decent amount of time, and I had opted to not air down earlier since the road was so smooth. I let him use my air compressor just so we could get on the road a little bit quicker. And then it wasn't long until we had to air down again as we started making our way up into the Henry Mountains.
Filming. Alright, cool. So, anyway, basically all the way up to the base of the mountain it's going to be like this. So we can probably go 55, 60 miles an hour. We want to keep like quarter-mile split between everybody, roughly, so because it's going to be ridiculously dusty as it was last time. Pretty much just run as fast. I will wait 10 seconds. Yeah, pretty much. It's like all the way to the base of the mountain. Like you're like starting to go up.
How far do we go?
Once we get up the mountain, probably 20 miles, maybe. Maybe not quite that much. Cool. All right, ready? Go team. I thought we were up.
And here we are in the middle of the Henry Mountains, which are amazing mountains. I mean, just the views were amazing, as you'll see. And we found a pretty amazing spot to camp in the Henry Mountains with a great view down into the canyons below. And we also got an amazing sunset. Thought the first one was good, this one was even better. Here we're driving through the canyons I was talking about. Pretty dry and desolate. And here we stopped in Capitol Reef National Park just before the bird trail switchbacks. And we once again had to air up because we were going to hit some pavement driving on our way into Escalante for the next section of the trail in Grand Staircase Escalante. This is a rock that we found on the trail between Escalante and Big Water that we named Balance Rock. Doing these kind of trips, you see stuff that most people are never going to see, so we do stop quite often to just take in the views, grab some pictures, as you can see here. It's a great action shot my wife wanted to take. Came out really good. It started getting late on us, and we weren't able to make it to the planned campsite, so we happened to stop here in Cottonwood Canyon, which the temperature there was amazing. It was absolutely perfect for me, at least. Quick stop so Rustin could put up his drone and get some of those awesome shots he does. And Way was crazy climbing way out on that small edge, and that rock was brittle. We were afraid, man, he could have gone down at any moment. But he says he did it for the gram. This is toward the end of the trip. This is the barracks. Famous water crossings. They weren't too great this time of year. The water was really shallow. But we had a good time still. There's still some pine trees trying to go in here.
I apologize, everybody. Rustin cannot make up his mind.
Here we are with the final air up to make our way home back to Nevada. We decided to drive through Zion National Park on the way home. I mean, Zion's always a nice place to drive through. If you made it to the end of the video, I want to really thank you for watching. I'd like for you to subscribe, please share it, and like the video. And I promise I'm going to have more to come.